So the next thing that I want to talk about was another piece of news that came out last week is Adobe updating Mix to version 1.5. And I kind of wanted to open this up to a slightly broader conversation that's not just about this one update, but more like the whole idea of them putting resources into this. So let me first cover the update, and I'll tell you a bit about it, Caraminder, because you're
please.
still a little bit...
I'm a bit hazy.
So let me try to describe to you what this is. So
because I think for pros are just busy shooting. Like, oh, what is this news about iOS stuff?
yeah,
It's not
you'll
really
pick it up
relevant.
when you see someone else doing something amazing with it.
Then I'll be like, what is that? Tell me more. Yeah, this is what that is.
A bit telling that you haven't seen that yet from Adobe Mix. Like you didn't even know.
Yeah,
what it was.
it didn't creep onto my radar at all until you like put it up in our show notes of we're going to talk about this. And I'm
so
like,
Mix 1.5 basically added a couple new features, and it gave you the ability to use certain pens, like a Wacom pen. Not a heck of a lot. They also added, okay, here it is, the ability to merge images. So this wasn't part of it before. So it was really, really like, think Photoshop Elements, and then think like a quarter power of that in terms of features. So it's very, very dumbed down.
it's like
Photoshop.
saying, here's a full car, but imagine half the car. Then imagine half of that, and you're left with one wheel.
That's basically it. Yeah.
That's
so
what
Mix
you
is
just
really,
said. That's what
really,
you told me.
It's not fully there, but there's some little cool things about it. Like it's sensitive. So if you look at the article where I talked about some of the images they provide, they show in Japan like a tree that's been cut out, and you can see the leaves individually cut out. Somebody did that with their finger. A big fat finger was able to do that because the platform is smart enough to know what you wanted to cut out. So in a way, some of the stuff in here is a little bit more intelligent than some of the stuff you find in the full-fledged platform, while simultaneously not giving you all of the features. So the thing about this is Adobe is really pushing these mobile platforms, and they really want to make mobile artistry possible, because they did a survey last year where they asked creatives, do you want to work more on the go? And
Well, the answer is always yes, John.
exactly. The answer, of course, is always yes. The answer they
It's a
should have
silly
asked
question.
was, is it feasible to work on the go with these tools? And if it's not feasible, what can we do to make it feasible? So here's what they did.
Okay.
They gave us this dumbed-down version of Photoshop, which does a few things, including content-aware fill and move, as well as shake reduction.
This is interesting because that's not really dumbed down. It's like, hey,
Right. What I mean by dumbed down is they keep some major features in, but took out a lot of the features you would expect to find. Like you don't have your tool panel and all that stuff. Like there's a lot of stuff missing, while simultaneously they put a lot of the power in there. So let's say you go in and you want to do a content-aware move. That takes some raw processing power that it doesn't necessarily have on your pad and the iPad. I mean, it's a powerful device, but it's not powerful enough to run some of these hardcore processes on a very large raw image, which it can read. But
sorry, darling, I didn't pick up the phone call because my phone was doing some content awaring.
So it would be, your phone might even crash, or your iPad. So what it does, this is cool. This is actually the one cool nugget that I really like about this, and I can see the future of the cloud in it. Is everything you have in Mix, it's synced into your cloud account on Adobe.
That's
and
nice.
So the way that this works is it sees that content in the cloud, and when you're actually doing that move, it's not doing the processing locally. It does the processing upmer. So it's using the power of Adobe's servers to actually process your image for you. And that, to me, is cool. But I don't think it's necessarily being executed in a way that pros would use.
Can this not be, the building blocks of something that is good? Like they're starting this way, and then hopefully maybe they come up with a lesser dumbed-down version of Photoshop with 2 wheels this time
I
instead
think
of
that
1.
they're trying to add on to it. But we were chatting a bit earlier, and I mentioned, so when we came here, I was actually in the middle of a Lightroom process, and I was exporting a time-lapse. And I had to stop because we needed to come out here. And I wish I could, see, here's the thing where we come into like bandwidth, broadband issues, but if it immediately knew in the cloud that I had all these on there, and it was able to just continue that export on the servers, and I could come back and it'd be done. But I couldn't. I had to bring my device with me. So I can't do that yet. So
whenever we do get there, that will be a beautiful day.
That would be so amazing. So where I could control everything. I could take care of all my edits on my phone and just tell it to go. And
I welcome our creative cloud overlords with glee.
If that was possible.
Yeah, absolutely. That's fantastic. Like, hey, I was doing this, and just go ahead and offload it to the server while I pip down and get a cup of tea or something.
Exactly, but it doesn't. So maybe. I hope we get there eventually. What I'm asking for takes a considerable amount of computing power.
It does.
And
but
broadband speed.
I think they're doing the good. I think they're doing good things. Yes, I'm with you on the whole. Maybe this isn't built for us yet. It's baby steps, just like how we were talking about medium format video last week. How these are kind of the beginning steps. But I see promise. I would like a situation where, whenever that iPad Pro 12-inch comes out, that I just have that as a screen with like some sort of Bluetooth Wacom tablet, and being able to just kind of retouch or do processing, Photoshop processing, Lightroom processing, whatever, that way. I would love that. That's what it's ideal, and I could bring that with me. I could bring it to coffee shops, and I can get work done on the go.
Yeah.
And I'm excited. I'm excited for this. This is good stuff.
Yeah.
It's not ready yet, but
No, I like that they're working on it, and I'm just wondering, like, how long is it going to take to get there?
not ready for pros, I should say. But
Yeah. I haven't seen anyone really use Mix. Premiere Clip is kind of like laughably bad. Like laughably bad. It's really horrible. It's worse than iMovie, and I hate iMovie. It's like it's still linear. It's not even nonlinear editing, which to me is unacceptable.
So what you're saying is you did not like it. Yeah, you process that.
Yeah, I think that means I hated it. Yeah, I greatly
essentially.
disliked it. So
Yes.
like I know what they're trying to do, but I think that they should give us some more pro features if they're trying to say that creatives want to work on the go, which they're not. Clearly, they're not focused on the ones that are making any money at it.
Which is interesting. Is it just because there's more of a market? I guess that's what it is, right? It's business. It's what it is. There's more of a market of basic people out there. Not that people themselves are basic, but that they have more basic needs and they play with these and get these. And then finally the pro stuff, which is Photoshop. But that's their bread and butter. Like CC.
Yeah.
I'm sighing because I'm a little exasperated. Of like, just give me something good. Give me something good to work with.
Yeah.
And it's not there yet.
It's not there yet. I mean, I have faith that Adobe will get there because of all the resources the incredible resources that they have. But please hurry up.